Howdy everybody, welcome back to the channel where our goal is to provide relevant education and accurate information for all things self-defense from the civilian perspective for the civilian. My name is Craig, and in today's video we're talking lubrication. One of the things that I get quite a bit, especially in our pistol classes, hey Craig, how often should I clean my gun? And my answer to that is, man, I really don't clean my guns. Guys, contrary to popular belief, you really don't need to keep your firearms as clean as you think. They don't need to be white glove clean. What they do need to be, though, is they do need to be lubricated. So what is lubrication? What essentially are we trying to do, guys? What lubrication is you are trying to basically put a thin film. You are trying to reduce the friction between two metal parts moving against each other. Two bearing surfaces is essentially what it is. We're trying to put a thin film of lubricant in between those to help reduce friction. It does other things by reducing friction. It helps carry off heat, keeps things clean for the most part. There's some emulsifiers. There's a bunch of other stuff in there. But essentially, guys, the same concept that we would use with our vehicles, with our boats, our motorcycles, whatever, anything mechanical, we do the same thing with firearms, because that's what they are. They are a mechanical item, mechanical functioning tool. So we're going to talk about real quick, I'm going to show you my pistol and AR. I'm going to show y'all not necessarily what I use, because when it comes to brands, I really don't care. I honestly believe my background is in industrial engineering and supply chain. And in my opinion, lube is lube for the most part when it comes to gun oils and gun lubrication. So I don't buy all the hype about the next latest and greatest thing. One thing I have used that I will tell you I will never use again, and I do not use it, is frog lube. I'm just going to go out there and say that. Currently I'm using Break Clean or Breakthrough Clean. Man, I've used CLP. Slip 2000. Guys, if it's a reputable product, it's fine. I'm also going to put a link to Chad from the School of the American Rifles. Chad did a great video on lubrication, especially for your AR. And if you actually want to make yourself a home batch of this stuff, you can put it in a sriracha bottle and go to town. But guys, I'm going to show y'all where I lubricate, why. We're going to show y'all all that stuff, because once again, you really don't need to clean your firearms. You just need to make sure that they are properly lubricated. So we're going to go to the pistol first. So as I said before, what we're trying to do is we're trying to put some type of medium, some lubrication, something that will help two metal surfaces rubbing against each other reduce friction. So on a pistol right here, I've got my Glock 19 hybrid Shadow Systems frame, Maple Leaf firearms upper. Guys, with pistols, modern striker fired pistols, you really don't need to lubricate them that much. You can actually see on this one, it's kind of dirty. Cleaning wise, I might take my barrel out and do a quick field strip every 1,000 rounds or so and just do a quick wipe down or whatnot. But for the most part, guys, especially on these Glock pistols, you probably need to put 1 drop of oil right here, right here, right here, and right here. These are the 4 parts of the frame that the actual slide rides on. That is the part of the frame that actually rubs against the slide. Those 4 metal parts. And so that's really all you need to do. If you want, maybe put 1 drop. If you don't want to put them on these rails, you can actually set it on the inside channel of your slide. 1, 2, 3, 4 drops of oil. But you really don't need that much, guys. For most modern firearms, just a couple drops of oil. Any part where there's metal touching metal, that's really all you need to lubricate it. I'm not going to do a video on how to break down a Glock or a Smith or a SIG. There's tons of those out there. You can do that. I'm just telling you, anywhere where there's metal on metal contact, for striker fired modern pistols, just put very little lubrication. So guys, don't necessarily worry about keeping things super duper clean. We just have to make sure that they stay lubricated. So now, guys, let's talk about AR rifles, cleaning and lubricating. Cleaning wise, because I shoot suppressed, my bolt gets a little bit dirtier than normal. But for the most part, guys, keep your bolt lubricated. The AR is a little bit different than the pistol. Modern striker fires, especially my Glocks, just a little bit of oil goes a long way on those pistols. ARs need to be sloppy wet. They love to run wet. So I'm going to take my bolt out and I'm going to show y'all where I put my lubrication on my bolt. So I've got my son's bolt right here. You guys can see that this thing is filthy dirty. After I've shot, like I said, when I shoot suppressed, the only thing I'll do typically is I'll take my bolt out, wipe it down, and then put some lubrication back on it. Same thing with my charging handle, wipe that down, put a little bit of lubrication. So where do you lube up for the AR? So guys, there are 4 surfaces on an AR where it actually touched the upper receiver. You can actually see on this side of the gas key, on the bottom, I'm gonna turn it once again right here, and then on that side of the gas key. So squaring up, guys, it's essentially like at 130, 330, just 90 degrees, and just shift it. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Once again, guys, I like to use grease on my ARs. Oil works just fine. That's just a personal preference, but I take a big slob of grease and I'll rub it right here on these 4 bearing surfaces that actually come in contact with the upper receiver. There's actually 2 holes right here. You can put some drops of oil in there if you want, but essentially that's where you put the lubrication. Where am I getting metal on metal contact? Wherever that is, that's where I'm going to put lubrication. So once again, guys, ARs, sloppy wet. They are meant to be run wet. Don't really worry about cleaning them. Go look at some interviews that Mike Mahalski of Sons of Liberty has done in the past, and he talks about as long as you keep that gun lubricated, you're really not going to have any issues. It's going to run. So guys, just keep them lubed up. Don't necessarily be so wrapped up, so concerned about keeping your stuff clean, because it really does not matter. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video somewhat enjoyable and educational. But like I said, with your firearms, it's a mechanical object. It's moving parts. We treat it the same as we would with any other mechanical object. Our cars, essentially with vehicles, as long as you keep the fluids changed out and the oil fresh and clean and topped off at a good level, most vehicles will last you a long time. Same thing with firearms. I don't know why we treat these things a little bit different than other stuff. It's a mechanical object. Anyway, guys, your firearms, don't worry about cleanliness. Keep them lubricated. Wherever you were getting metal on metal contact, that's what we're trying to do, reduce friction. Like I said, my Glock pistol takes a little bit just where the slide mates against the frame. Your AR needs to be sloppy wet, so don't be scared to load that thing up with whatever you're using. Guys, I'm gonna have a couple links down below to some useful information that I have used in the past with regards to lubrication and whatnot. But anyway, yeah, guys, that's it. Don't worry about cleanliness. Just keep your stuff lubricated. It will serve you well. Guys, thank you so much. I'm gonna go wash my hands. Be safe, be smart, be skilled. Catch you on the next one.